Nick, the latest on the investigation. Also, I can't imagine the reaction there from the community.
Matter of fact, we were just talking to parents waiting to pick up their kids, and they are just heartbroken, trying to understand exactly what happened out here. The victim, the district says, was a cherished instructor here at the junior high. The suspect is also a district employee who is a leader within the police department, which is why parents and the community out here are trying to make sense of all of this.
Today we will be in Rosenberg, Texas, a city that is located about 30 miles southwest of the heart of Houston. With a population of around 40,000 people, it is a small city, but year after year the population continues to grow. In 2012, the Pollard family set up roots in the city, along with their children, and the family quickly became cherished members of that community. Both parents took on vital roles in the local school district, and their dedication to their job definitely made them two favorite amongst staff and students. The married couple were two people that you could always count on, and their love for each other was apparent. However, the pair would go MIA out of the blue, and loved ones would call for a welfare check to take place at their home. What police walked into left a community reeling from the tragic and devastating incident that allegedly went down inside of the Pollard family home. 52-year-old Iona Pollard was described by those who knew her as one of those rare once-in-a-lifetime kind of people. She was someone who can make you feel like the most important person in the room just by the way she spoke to you, and her spirit radiated warmth from within. Iona was warm, caring, and most importantly, a mother to 4 daughters. Her kids were the joy to her world, and one even followed in her footsteps, becoming a part of the Delta Sigma Theta sorority. Besides her love for her family, she was also a very compassionate educator at Lamar Consolidated Independent School District in Rosenberg. She was a beloved instructional coach at George Junior High School, and her husband, 47-year-old David Pollard, was the school district safety coordinator. His job was to ensure that the teachers and students could excel in a safe environment, plus help train those under him to make sure the rules were being followed.
We have established behavioral threat assessment teams who inform and support district personnel in the event of a safety concern. Our team is also trained to screen social media platforms for any potential.
Anyone who knew the couple saw them as leaders and great parents who always put their best foot forward. Back in August of 2022, staff celebrated Iona's 50th birthday, and her husband even surprised her, singing happy birthday for her special day.
Forever be adored, and this special day is none other than my Iona's birthday.
The school took to social media and said, "Happy birthday to our instructional coach, Miss Iona Pollard. A special thank you to Mr. Pollard for coming for lunch. At Lamar CISD's very own school safety coordinator has a secret talent." It was a very special moment that brought joy not only to Iona, but to the staff as a whole, who had a great admiration for them both already. As an instructional coach, Iona was known for her dedication to her students and her role in shaping the educational experience at George Junior High. The Pollards' care for their community never went unnoticed, and David was picked as Parent of the Month for his daughter's cheer squad back in March 2022. The team wrote, "Parent of the Month Squad. Our nomination for Parent of the Month Squad this month is Mr. David Pollard. Mr. Pollard is always seeing to everyone's safety. He waits until the coaches get into their cars to leave after long contest days. Doesn't matter what time it is. He is always waiting by the doors for our girls to come through and checking entrances and exits before the team gets to them. David consistently serves and protects our program and our people. We all feel his presence, and we know we're 100% taken care of because he is watching over us. Congratulations, David. Thank you for being so amazing." Despite all the good he did for his community, it would all end up meaning nothing after what he was accused of doing on February 9, 2025. On that day, the Fort Bend County Sheriff's deputies were contacted for a welfare check on the 8900 block of Rocky Knolls Lane in Rosenberg. Investigators said it was approximately 12:39 p.m. when the emergency dispatch center call came in, but did not say who phoned in the welfare check or why. Upon arrivals, deputies found David Pollard, who came out the house with his hands up, but once they got into the home, they discovered Iona Pollard shot and unalived. David was detained on the spot, and after a thorough investigation, detectives were able to obtain an arrest warrant for the safety coordinator. David is currently charged with taking a life and was booked into the Fort Bend County Jail with a $300,000 bond. Strangely, it appears that David was in the home with his wife after he took her life, and who knows how long it would have been if no one had called in a welfare check.
Just in the last 15 minutes, I heard from the sheriff's spokesperson who was sharing with me that there had not been any previous calls for service to the Pollard home in Rosenberg. This, as they share with me, their investigation is ongoing. It's quieter on Rocky Knoll Lane than it was yesterday. The day filled with emotions as David Pollard was taken into custody, accused of his wife, Iona Pollard. This video shows the moments Fort Bend County Sheriff deputies got to the Pollard home and put David in custody.
I was stunned to see them there, because it's a close-knit community. Nothing really happens like that here. So, to see something like that happen this morning was shocking.
And then when they went to your neighbor's house, what happened? What did you witness them do?
Just to see them, engage with him and, the law enforcement to handle the situation.
Pollard's charged with and on a $300,000 bond. The cell phone footage shows the moments Pollard, a school safety coordinator, was put in a sheriff cruiser.
This is a tragic situation. It's really heartbreaking. I was devastated.
Iona Pollard was a beloved figure, and her unaliving has sparked an outpouring of sorrow and disappointment in Rosenberg, especially because she had a reputation of being so warm, caring, and compassionate to all who knew her. Her mama bear hugs she gave made everyone feel everything was going to be all right, but now a major void is in the hearts of so many. Then to make things worse, on Valentine's Day, the family's house was set on fire a little before 10 p.m. that night. Neighbors who were already trying to deal with the crime that took place just a week prior became panicked when they saw the house go up in flames. What did it all mean, and how did the house catch fire? Well, it was determined that it was not just a house that caught fire, but it was arson. Someone intentionally set the house ablaze.
Breaking overnight in Fort Bend County, a house that caught fire overnight is the same house where a Lamar CISD educator was shot and killed less than a week ago, allegedly by her husband, who is also a district employee. The house is located on Rocky Knoll Lane in Rosenberg.
And just in the last half hour, we were able to confirm with authorities that this heavily damaged home here behind me is the same house where investigation unfolded last weekend. Neighbors, of course, still in shock from what happened then. Further, raising a lot of questions. They tell me they heard popping noises just before 10 last night when they stepped outside. They saw flames shooting out of this two-story house.
There's been a lot of conversation about who could have started the fire, and some believe that David wanted the insurance for bond and the legal fees, and others think it was set up to get rid of evidence in the unaliving. However, the saddest part of it all is a beautiful woman lost her life prematurely in the worst way, and it should have never happened. The tragic nature of this event has caused deep distress, not only for her family, but also for the entire school district, as they come to terms with the shocking news. As the investigation unfolds, the community is grappling with the incomprehensible loss and the uncertainty surrounding the tragic event. The kids' loss of their mother and the circumstances of the tragedy are incredibly heartbreaking. DV is a deep, sensitive, and tragic issue, and this case serves as a reminder of the potential harm that can arise in intimate relationships. While authorities continue to investigate, the community is left trying to understand how such an unimaginable event could have occurred, especially when the individuals involved were known and respected in the local community. The tragic event has raised awareness of the importance of supporting victims of DV and the devastating impact that such incidents can have on a family and community. It has also been highlighted the need for continued efforts to address DV and provide resources for those affected. Iona will continue to be remembered for the positive impact she left on so many lives. Her life mattered, but she should still be here. Do you think the house fire was tied to the crime? Let me know your thoughts on this. However, my heartfelt thoughts and prayers go out to her 4 children, family, friends, community, co-workers, and everyone. So please don't forget to comment your thoughts and prayers for this family in this difficult time, and hit that like button and share to make your people aware. And as always, remember to stay woke. Things change quickly.